Checked in at 12:40 p.m. for the 1 p.m. sailing. The boat itself was lovely, crew were nice and amazing views both sides of the ship with options to sit inside or out depending on weather. Drinks and ice cream available to purchase on board too, we didn't buy. Arrived at 1:40 p.m. and immediately got seated for food. They allowed us to order our drinks and it came to around 19 New Zealand dollars for 2 lattes and a Coke Zero, so not too bad. Invited to go up to the buffet before the big groups, so it was nice to get some things before waiting in the long queues. Plenty of food choice, limited if you're a vegetarian/vegan, but you will still find some options. Sticky toffee pudding dessert was delicious. We chose to leave the venue immediately after eating and do our own thing. Went to the gift shop to avoid the crowds and managed to get a few things. Then had a wander round the farm seeing alpacas, sheep, donkeys, pigs and Highland cows in the distance. We avoided the farm show but we had time to. Boat arrived back at 3:40 p.m. and started boarding around 5 minutes later, and we set sail for 4 p.m. arriving back to Queenstown at 4:30 p.m. Great experience overall and definitely would recommend. We had previously done the boat trip only during a visit to NZ back in 2017, but given it was winter, I think it wasn't quite so busy, so felt a little more enjoyable. However, despite it feeling very busy, it was still a pleasant day. The gourmet buffet lunch on paper promised a lot, and although the location was lovely and the meat selection very good, due to the sheer number of other diners, if you weren't one of the first to get to the food, you were left with slim pickings at the salad bar front and lukewarm everything else. Which was a real shame. Having said that, the farm show that followed was highly informative and entertaining, and we loved watching Mia and her Irish handler showcase their excellent teamwork. Perhaps when it isn't quite so busy, the whole experience would have been nicer. Or perhaps, just do the sailing and then find somewhere to eat once back in Queenstown. We booked the catamaran Spirit of Queenstown due to much lower pricing than the more popular Earnslaw trip. We had 22 on board. The Earnslaw 180. Both left and arrived at Walter Peak at the same time. The lunch provided was fabulous. Our 22 mixed with the 180 and we all had plenty to eat. So well organized and well presented. Then the farm show, a delight with a great patter from the Welshman, and his dog performed dutifully. Snow had fallen overnight and in the sunshine the mountains were a real sight to see from the lake. I've got to say a real thumbs up to the crew of the Spirit of Queenstown. Well done. We saved $50 going with you. The steamer was fantastic. The whole trip is worth it, however our experience with an elderly person in a wheelchair was discouraging. We had plenty of support and help on and off the steamer. When we arrived at the station there was no help pushing the wheelchair over the gravel and up an incline to the restaurant. No facilities to accommodate a wheelchair. A young man, Charlie, helped us push the wheelchair to the shearing show. Getting back to the steamer over stones was difficult. No disability car spaces in Queenstown, found one outside St. Peter's. This was an exceptional experience. The steamer is a lovely old lady and the trip to and from Walter Park Farmstead was very enjoyable. The food at the farmstead was exceptional, great choices of different food, and the view from the outside dining area was awesome. Only complaint is that both on the ship and farmstead they insist on payment by credit card only, then charge a surcharge for the privilege, which is a bit of a rip-off. What can I say? Outstanding local produce and wine, fabulous staff, fantastic sheep shearing show, thank you Mr. Neko, and breathtaking views both on the cruise and at the farm. Highly recommend to anyone who loves great food and scenery. You won't find this anywhere else in the world.